All right, guys, here is our spoiler filled. So if you have not seen Masters of the Universe, the new He-Man movie, you might want to skip this segment.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
if you have seen it, here's what we think about it. And I saw it twice already. I saw it with Tony at that special preview screening that we went to. And then when I got home, I took my son to go watch it, and he absolutely loved it. But let's jump into Roly's retro room review of Masters of the Universe. So I'm going to ask you first, Tony. What did you think about this movie?
I thought it was great, and I'm gonna let everybody know that right off the top that it starts off good. It starts off the pacing is good, and then the pacing kind of goes slow. But for the most part, it was a well-rounded movie. It had its campy moments. It had its funny moments. But for the most part, I think if I had to give it a out of 5 stars, I'd probably get it about a 3.54. In somewhere in that realm. What about you?
Solid. So you were not a big He-Man person growing up.
I was not. I was not. I think I
So
was late to the
this
game
was
of that.
essentially you didn't watch any of the cartoons.
I watched some of them. Yeah, like when
Some
I
of
was on
them,
Cartoon Network and stuff like that.
but you weren't like into it. You didn't have the toy
No, I
line
didn't
or
have the
anything like that.
toys or anything
Okay.
like that, no.
Whereas I was like, this was probably the first cartoon and toy line I was into in the 80s. My brother actually blocked this out. I was telling him because I was walking around Target with the sword, and he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "This is the He-Man's power sword." He's like, "What's He-Man?" And my brain just fucking like stuttered. But yeah, so I loved this franchise. I've been into Master of the Universe. I've been trying to get these toys forever. Like, these are my guys right here, bro. These are my day ones. Before Turtles, these were my toys. Not these
Yeah, man.
particular ones, but this is what I was into. So, from a fan's perspective, this movie was absolutely incredible. Like,
Yeah.
blown away. I saw it for free and I paid to go watch it again. I want and I need this movie to do well because I need sequels. And
Yeah.
what all right, so let me explain why I thought this movie was incredible. So, I'm with you on the pacing. That was my first gripe I told you when we left the theater was
Yeah.
that with
Yeah,
the
definitely.
only thing I have against this movie was that it was moving, then we got some parts here and
Yeah.
there that were slow. It's a bit draggy, but man, let me tell you that the 80s fan service that they did to us OG day ones, it
Dude,
was absolutely incredible.
it
From
was.
the character design, Man at Arms, Idris Elba absolutely kills it. The
Oh, yeah.
fact that they made him a drunk for most of it, and we had to you get him in his full form in the beginning,
Yeah.
then he has like a character dip when
Mhm.
he's drunk because he failed and stuff like that. And then he comes back at the end where him and Roboto team up and they start taking on Trapjaw. Trapjaw, bro,
Dope.
let
Dope.
me tell you, one of
Dope.
my favorite villains. His look, this guy was ripped from the cartoon. He
Yep.
looked incredible. And man, was he a badass in that
It
first
was.
scene when he fights Man at Arms. And basically,
Absolutely.
you think Man at Arms has him and is
Yep.
messing him up.
Yeah.
And dude, Trapjaw just gets up and is like, nah, man, you don't got this.
Nope.
Bam, blasts him in the chest. And that's it. It was just like, you could not believe it. And then him and Tila had to jump out. Now,
Yep.
next up, Beast Man. Holy shit.
Beastman was Woo. Beastman was
Beast
dope.
Man was so sick.
It
Like
was.
when I saw him hunting down the sword of power and hunting down Adam, dude, when he just came out and jumped on top of the cars, it was like seeing like it as a kid, as a fan.
Yeah.
I was a kid watching this movie. I was an 80s
Watch it
kid
back.
in the 80s watching this. You were there next to me. You saw for most of the movie I would get up and I was like on the edge of my I was like, bro, like,
Yep.
and I would look over to Henderson and be like, dude, this is insane. And he would look at me and be like, bro, like this is perfect. Then
Yep.
later on, when he pulls out the whip, that's
Yep.
it.
That's
That
it.
dude, I was like, yes, they're doing great fan service and not in a bad way because fan service can kind of go backfire on you.
It can backfire, and I think they're doing a good job. And again, it goes back to the Sonic, but like they're doing a pretty good job with it because we saw first with Mortal Kombat, and now they're delivering it with Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Like it's doing a really good job. And
Yeah.
we're gonna get into Jared Leto, and
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say is that he stole the show. Like he
So
nailed it.
so I was gonna get to that. So before we get to Jared Leto, I have to
Yep.
say the guy who plays Adam, his name I forgot it, it escapes me. But this guy that plays Adam slash He-Man, man, never seen this guy before, never heard of him.
Never.
And after today, this is gonna be his Henry Cavill Superman Man of Steel.
Yeah.
This
For sure.
100% has cemented him as, I mean, this guy got jacked, like jacked up. I mean, the like it just reminded me of Henry Cavill in Man of Steel. Like
Yeah.
Henry Cavill was known this much because of Two Doors, and he's done one or two movies, but Superman put him on the map, and we never forgot Henry Cavill. And look at us today.
Yep.
After this, after this, we will never forget this guy's name. I will look up his name and now, you know. But dude,
Yeah.
this guy absolutely killed it. The campiness, the humor, like
Yeah.
I feel like
It's all
at
there.
some points the humor felt just a little too much.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just a little too much. And there was a lot of jokes that are gonna go over kids' heads because it's a
Yeah.
lot of innuendos.
Yeah.
A lot
Definitely.
of innuendos. But he did absolutely great. Cringer looked awesome. When the movie starts and the MGM logo comes up, instead of the regular tiger, it's Cringer. And I was like,
Yep.
oh my God, great start.
Done.
Great
You're
start.
like done. Yep.
Now, let's talk about the guy who stole the show. The person we were most worried about.
Everybody was worried about it.
Absolute cinema poison
Yeah.
is what he is known as at the moment. And I'm sorry to say this because I'm a fan of his earlier work. I'm a fan of 30
Same.
Seconds to Mars. But when
Yeah.
I heard Jared Leto was in this, I already got that fear.
Yeah. Everybody
But
did.
bro, let me tell you,
Did.
this
He nailed
guy
it.
stole the show anytime
it.
he was on screen. He was menacing. He was funny. He insulted his guys the way he does, like you boob, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have that
Yeah.
voice. Like he called them bumbling morons. Like the
Yeah.
way the attitude that Skeletor had in the
Yeah.
original,
He had it.
Jared Leto brought his take onto it. And man, I was so impressed. I was like, oh my, like that first scene when he's like, that's it.
That's it.
When I raise my fist, that's it. That's
That's
the
it.
crescendo.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
it was got it.
Yeah.
He got it. I was like, that scene was like, all right, he did it. He
Yeah.
did it. And of course, like he's taking Adam through all. He's like, what is this? Human resource. Like it was just like so like perfection.
oh
Like,
yeah,
it was
that
like
dream sequence or whatever it was
dream
called when he was
sequence,
putting him
like-
through all the real life positions. Yeah,
he's
that
like,
was
yeah,
nuts.
he's working. Yo,
Yeah.
it
And
was
then
great.
Allison Brie being Evelyn,
She was great.
great. Now,
Yeah.
and I will say, a lot of times when Skeletor was kind of like manhandling her or grabbing her, like showing his like dominance over her when she would like kind of mess up,
Yeah.
it almost looked like she was enjoying the abuse.
Yeah, a little bit.
You saw the smirk on her face.
There's a little smirk. It was a little sadomasochism. I'm not going to pronounce it, but some BDSM a little bit in there,
But
I'm like,
dude, and she went on to say how much she loved playing the role because a lot of these
She loved
actors love playing villains.
they grew up with it, but they also grew up with it. She had said in an interview that she grew up watching Masters of the Universe. So when she got the role, she's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Dude.
Not a problem.
And the way the theater blew up, like everyone went crazy.
Yep.
I raised my sword in the
Yep.
freaking theater. That first transformation, man, that was such a moment. Like again, it doesn't come close to any I'm not gonna say it comes close to that whole moment when when Endgame does that whole thing, but man, for an 80s kid, when he
Yeah.
raised the sword and he's there with Trapjaw and he says, by the power of Grayskull,
Grayskull.
that whole sequence of him being lifted up, the
Yep.
muscles coming in,
Goosebumps.
and then
Goosebumps.
he lands on his feet with everything on him, the armor and everything, and he goes, I have the power. I was like, oh my God, am I
Done.
really watching this? Is
Yeah.
this happening right now? Oh my goodness. I couldn't do I could not believe it, dude. Like I
Couldn't
am
continue so.
2026 in my 40s watching a He-Man movie and it's done right.
Yep.
It's being done right. bro.
It's straight
And
up.
then he
It
just
is.
started kicking some ass. Like he
Yeah,
went off when he
yeah,
transformed. He's still like learning. Like this is obviously like like the beginning of his journey as He-Man. But dude, he was kicking some ass. He's learning about his powers and stuff like that, his strength and stuff like that. And let's get into that action, dude. That
dude,
action was ridiculous.
great,
When he's
great.
going in there, fighting with the sword, cutting them up, just
Yep,
going at it with all those villains, with Spycore, with
yep,
Triclops, all of it, bro. I'm telling you, I was a child. I was a
yeah,
kid in that movie theater. I wasn't 40-year-old Roly. I
no,
was 5, 6-year-old Roly watching this
for
movie.
sure. And you got to say though, I think the one thing that you had mentioned to me as how they introduced the names, I thought that was complete genius writing
Yeah,
in their part. Like it was incredible because some of these names, if you spat them out, you're like,
they're
what?
ridiculous.
They're ridiculous. But that's
Absolutely
how they
ridiculous.
are in the cartoon. That's how they
Yeah.
are labeled in the cartoon. So he's like, well, I don't remember the names. I'm just gonna make up their names, and this is so
Right.
and so, and this is
Yeah,
and
it's literally a kid naming them.
yeah,
It's him from when he leaves his planet with the sword, and that's how he remembers them based on whatever their ability is. So
yeah,
again, who are the people that he named? It was Ram Man
yep.
because you ram guys.
You ram things, like you
Then
ram
there
guys
was Mechaneck. He's
because he
extends
mechanic.
his neck.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there was your
Fisto,
favorite, Fisto,
Fisto, Fisto.
because you fist
You
people.
fist things. You
And he's
fist
like,
people.
damn right I do.
Yeah, they're like yeah,
But dude, and seeing all these characters,
yeah.
one of my favorite looking of the heroes was Meta Neck. I thought he looked incredible.
He
The
looked great.
colors, like this is ripped from the 80s, dude. Now,
Yep.
the other thing we have to mention is the music.
Oh, dude.
The music in this thing, it sounds so so if you just get into the score of this movie, it sounds like an 80s rock opera type situation. The heavy guitar, the inspiration of the original theme being put into it, it's just it matches perfectly.
Yeah,
Then they included a song from another 80s franchise that totally blew me away, but I think I know why they were able to include it. I think
yeah,
Amazon owns both these movies and they're producing it too, because I think Amazon's the one making the Highlander movie.
yeah.
So, with that being said, they played Princes of the Universe by Queen. And man,
Mhm.
let me tell you, when that played, at first I was like, this is from another movie. But
Yeah, it
you know
is.
what? It
It
plays
works.
perfectly for that
It
scene.
works. It
First,
works.
that scene was the first 5 seconds of it is hilarious
It is.
because they're like choking on the smoke.
Yeah,
But then once that little funny thing passes, they all start going and start kicking some ass.
yeah. And
And
it's
that
such a
song
great
plays
oh my god.
perfectly.
The
It
montage is
sets the
beautifully
freaking
done,
mood.
and it sets the tone. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It really does
But
set the tone. So I think I like if you give it like if I gave it a 3.54, that's where I'm like, you know what? It's probably more solid, closer to 4,
yeah,
where it's like, dude, it was a good movie.
yeah.
Really was.
I'm biased. I am a day one He-Man guy. I'm not giving it a perfect score because of the pacing. Like I said, there's
Yeah.
ups, then there's these little draggy moments, and then it kicks off again towards the third act. But
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 4.5. It's not
Alright.
perfect. I'm not giving it a full five,
Yeah.
but 4.5. Again, I'm biased. I'm a day one He-Man guy. So this was incredible to me. And now,
Was.
one of the big complaints most of us day ones were like looking at when we're watching this movie is no Oracle.
Yeah.
He was nowhere to be found. I was like, man, are they really not gonna include him?
Yeah.
And what happens? Very first credit after this,
Yep.
after the credits, the very first
Yep.
scene after the credits, he comes out and he does what they do at the end of every episode. It's like
Yep.
the message of the episode. And he
Yep.
gives his little message telling you, and then I feel that was his introduction. And if we get sequels, we'll see more.
Absolutely.
Then
For sure.
we get two more
2
after
more
credit
end
scenes.
credits. Yep.
The middle one was the introduction of Shira,
She-Ra.
and
Yep.
she's just standing there, and her sword is just shining, and they show her
Mhm.
profile, and I was like, here we go. Let's
Here we go.
build this universe. Let's
Absolutely.
go.
Let's see how they're gonna build it. And the last and final scene,
What was it?
we got Alison Brie's character picking up Skeletor's skull and walking away, and you hear that Jared Leto Skeletor laugh.
The cackle,
Ugh,
dude.
man.
And that final battle between Skeletor and He-Man
Oh,
was insane.
it was a great,
And I
great
feel like
battle.
not only was it a great fucking battle, but it was a nod to the toy line because the thunder punch. You saw him. He's like, I was. He's like, oh, you don't even know how to use that power. And he gets up with his eyes kind of glowing.
Yep.
He's like, I know how to use it. I just wasn't using it, or something like that.
Yeah,
And
he says,
then,
"I was
yeah, and
just
then he's
holding."
like,
He
I
said,
was
"I was just
pulling my
holding back."
punches. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, I
man.
was pulling my punches. And dude,
Boom.
that sequence was so badass when they're just seeing Skeletor and He-Man in real life going at
Yeah.
it, guys. And then the other thing I'll tell you is Castle Grayskull and
Oh, it's
Snake
beautiful.
Mountain. Oh my god,
They nailed it.
everything was beautiful in this movie. They did not cheap out. The action sequence when they're flying through Eternia
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's that spinning device, that spinning vehicle that they're chasing him, and he's on top of the ship and he just grabs it and throws it. Bro, I'm telling you, this thing was fun. It was an awesome time. It looked amazing. It sounded amazing. Besides the little draggy parts, this movie is an incredible time at the theater.
it
So,
is.
with that being said, I love this movie. It was great. And we had, not only did we enjoy this movie, we got to go and watch it with just great people, our friends, other friends that we've made on this journey with content creation. That's our boy Dayton. He is
Yep,
an absolute beast. We were
yep.
all decked out in our He-Man shirts, and we all kind of look like each other because
Yeah, we
it's the
kinda it's so
backwards
funny.
like everybody in their 40s is wearing backwards hats and He-Man
Yep,
shirts at this thing.
yep, exactly. I mean, and of course, we had to hold the sword. It was, oh, man, it was just such a great, great time. It really
Yeah.
was.
And man, just look at this. This is literally the picture of the dopest content
Yeah,
creators. You
it
got
really
Tony
is.
in Retro, Roly's Retro Room, D Mac, and Mermaid Skills. Shout out to them. They
Good.
honestly made this event even much more better because we
Absolutely.
got to hang out with incredible people. We got to laugh. We got to make content. Like it was
Yep,
incredible. Right now, the video of me screaming at the top of my lungs on that escalator
yep,
is viral.
it
Is
is,
absolute viral. And
and
again,
it's a beautiful video.
there are some not so flattering comments on there. They're like, "Oh, so this is what happens when you're in your 40s. This is what happens when you're overweight." I was like, "You know what, bro? I was having a good time. I don't care." Like,
Who
"Oh, I didn't
cares?
know He-Man wore such baggy jeans." I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
Dude,
So,
guys, come on.
yeah.
Hey, haters are gonna
Haters
hate.
haters gonna hate. They just peel peanut butter and jealous.
Yes, that's it, man. That's it. They
But
just wanted that sword.
yeah,
That's it.
everyone
They're
wants
gonna
that
re
sword. Everyone's
everyone wants
asking in the comments, "Where can I get that sword?" It's sold out everywhere. Just for your information, it's on pre-order right now on Regal and AMC. If you pre-order it, you'll get it. And Regal has it for October. I think AMC has it for December.
go watch it in your theaters, bro. Like, go support your movie theaters. Let's bring movies back. Let's go back to go watching movies because let me tell you something. This in itself is an adventure. It really is. You'll have a good time. You're gonna watch a great movie. I'm telling you, you cannot go wrong with this movie and go watch it because
Dude,
if
yeah.
and you haven't watched it, go. I'm telling you,
And
you're
I'm
not gonna
telling
miss
you,
out.
this we saw it on a regular screen and it was great. But man, this thing was filmed for IMAX.
Easily.
This thing
IMAX.
in an IMAX theater probably looks, oh, here it is.
Yep.
By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!
So that's the raw cut.
That's the raw cut. For
Yeah,
those of you
so
who are
there's
interested, go
another
see the
video.
viral cut. Yeah.
If you go to my social media, Mermaid Skills, she did it and she collaborated me on it. And there's lightning effects, there's two angles, there's music.
Yeah.
It's a great like
No.
16-second reel. Awesome. I loved it.
She
And
shot
again,
one angle, I shot the other, and
yeah,
she spliced them together. It was like so
it was
perfect. It
great.
really
So
was.
great. So yeah, that's what a dork I am, ladies and gentlemen. There's that video, and then there's another video of that I did it in my backyard. That is
Yep.
absolutely that's another one. I forgot that's another one that's going viral. Check out that one at Rolly's Retro Room on all the social medias. But yeah, Masters of the Universe, please go watch this movie. Go support it. This we need. I need more movies. I need this to take off because it was great. And this is a movie you have to experience it in the theater.
You do.
You will not get the
Absolutely.
full feeling of it watching it at home. Will you enjoy it at home? Yes, because it's an awesome
Probably.
movie.
Yeah.
But it's the highest recommendation is to watch it in the theaters because one, I want it to do good, and two, it's an immersive feel. This thing was the way they shot it, the way the investment that Amazon made into the special effects. And I'm very anti like making everything so special effects, but this was done right.
Right.
So
It really was. It really was. Go see
but
it.
yeah, if you've already seen Masters of the Universe, let me know what you thought about it. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know if you agree with us or if you have your disagreements. What would you rate it? And yeah, man, I can't say anything else. Like I love this movie.